Greetings.
You motherfucker, you!
Welcome to the HASSCAST. Thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in to another HASSCAST, and we'll be discussing, as the usual, schmusual, the regular, schmegular, I don't know anything that's like, you know what I mean. This we'll get right into a TV show season 4 of The Last Kingdom. Then we'll go into The Scots, a new single by Travis Scott, and Sasuke by Lil Uzi Vert. We'll be reviewing those rap singles. Then we will get into the new Drake album, Dark Lane demo tape. I'd consider it a mixtape because it has the word tape in the title. And then we'll do a nostalgia case on a medieval film. And oh man, during a good classic medieval cinema, you're like the nostalgia case we got ready for you. An amazing HASSCAST tuner in. Hope your day is going great, and your day will be doing even better after watching and listening to another HASSCAST. And let's get into the first topic. Last Kingdom Season 4 of The Last Kingdom. And this is action, adventure, historical drama. It's at 4 seasons. The first 2 seasons premiered on BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, not the other BBC. And season 3 and 4 are released on Netflix because Netflix scooped it up an old season and released it. And it's historical. So what history does it cover, you're asking? Follows the Anglo-Saxon journeys of Uhtred of Bebbanburg, born an Anglo-Saxon English warrior of Bebbanburg and thrown out by his uncle and forced to live with Danish Vikings and traded for the survival of Bebbanburg by Vikings. And he goes through a journey of helping and leaving the Vikings to help the ones that he loves and who he cherishes that happen to be a part of the Wessex kingdom led by Alfred the Great. And he becomes a mentor to Alfred the Great and helps out Alfred with his journeys against the Danes, or more commonly known as the Vikings. And season 3 was very climactic. I really messed with it, and the battles in this are just absolutely insanely well directed and choreographed. And the battles only last in each season. It probably has about like 5 battles, but if you like Game of Thrones or like, any something series like that, you'll like this a lot. And it's easy to get into. Every episode you want to go to the next one because there's just so well directed episodes. And but put on subtitles. Very British show. And each character is memorable. I love the previous seasons, and very violent, very fun, very interesting to see the formation of England, because it's all about the Last Kingdom that is not being invaded by Vikings. Wessex, it's why it's called the Last Kingdom, and Wessex ends up forming England and ends up creating England. And the idea of England was created by Alfred the Great and the unification of all Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. So with the Last Kingdom, we get to see the formation of England and the sense of unity between kingdoms. And it's done through the fighting of the Danes and getting them out, and also the unification of many other kingdoms in this area. And interesting politics of the kingdom areas and how they dislike people that aren't Christian and they call them pagans and kind of cast them out. Really shows the really religious reality of the area, and it was such an interesting character dynamics that happened. And Uhtred is just this leader guy, and he's got his own crew. He's got his own boy band of awesome warriors that he has been through some shit with. And truly just a good show. Now let's get into season 4. That's what we're here to talk about. And for those of you saying now that you haven't heard of this, the show is not underrated. It's more underwatched. And it's people that call it underrated, I disagree. It's just underwatched. It's not underrated. It's been critically acclaimed. I love it. So this season 4 is exciting because it doesn't play out the way you think. It will set up great things that happen in the beginning, go completely different direction in a meaningful way. Because it shows characters aren't ready for certain things that they want to conquer, certain places they want to conquer, certain places they want to get to. And, you know, with this, you really miss Alfred. He's not in this because of what happened the last season. And the presence of his wife, the Queen of Wessex, is interesting because she warms up to Uhtred after not liking her. The crew is really what is great. The sense of unity between Uhtred and his crew, who save the ones they love, and those people happen to be kings and queens of British kingdoms who fight against the Danes, and more commonly known as the Vikings. Again, this is really just an English versus Viking series, but it has a lot of great, interesting character dynamics, and it's not just one-dimensional fight bad people. Each side is gone into, and you get to learn who each side is coming from, and Uhtred is friends with people on both sides, and he knows a lot of people from both sides because he's more educated in the Viking ways. He's really just kind of a Viking guy trying to help English people out. And, you know, there's a bad dame called Canute, and when a character realizes the bad things he has done, it's really justified with the character Canute. That was a close one. I almost said, turn the N and the U around. Ha ha. Canute. Okay. Emily Cox was great as Brito. She's been following her since day one of the series. And, yeah, I liked her character a lot. You know, this is just something I'm glad to talk about on the HASSCAST. It's just something I'm glad that this came out. I didn't know when the next season was going to come out. Such an interesting show. And it makes you look up those Wikipedia articles on the history. And I need to rewatch the other seasons. And also with Uhtred having to train the son at the end of the season of the king. And yeah, it was good. The battle in the 4th season was like so good. It was like 10 minutes long of complete awesomeness and sword and crazy shit. And good product. I overall just have great things to say. The only bad things I can say is that it's not as good as season 2, or I'd say season 3. Nah, season 1 was the best season. I fuck with season 1 the most. Maybe season 2. Season 2 is really good. Yeah, I'd say season 2 is the best one. You're probably like, wow, you're all over the place, Mike. But, yeah. Solid ass show. And, yeah, so, Mark Rowley is in it as Finnan, and he was in Guns Akimbo. And now with Guns Akimbo, expect a podcast discussion on that with my friend Traven of the channel Forced Nostalgia. We'll be discussing that interesting movie. It was so conceptually wow. The frick. So cool. And I hope you enjoyed the section of the podcast discussing The Last Kingdom, and subscribe to the channel, and go on Podcaster, Spotify, or Podbean, or SoundCloud, or my podcast website to listen to this if you were watching on YouTube. Now, we will be getting into the next topic of the podcast. The Scots. Travis put the song on Fortnite. No, I did not watch the fucking premiere on Fortnite. I barely play that game. This Scott if you play... I play Fortnite every now and then. But yeah, I love playing Fortnite. I'd be all like,
Get some baby! Get some baby!
you know, yeah. It's just I prefer other games sometimes. It really depends on my mood. I hated that when they removed Tilted from Fortnite. Arr.
God dang it, Tommy! God dang it, Tommy!
Why would they remove Tilted? That shit fucks me up. Anyways, Tilted Tower is the part of the game. So, Travis puts a song on Fortnite. It's called The Scots. Features Kid Cudi. I guess the title is if Travis Scott had a reality TV show, and if he did have a reality TV show, this would be a theme song, but he doesn't have one. An amazing song put out. He doesn't have one. Not all his songs have to be amazing. The production is the most promising. I found the beat memorable. The lyrics are decent. The beat makes everything worthy. But the best part is Kid Cudi's verse, honestly. I'm not big on Kid Cudi. I haven't really listened to him that much. When I listen to day and night, yo, that's really it. But when he's like, look at the cops outside. I got the house. I found that really interesting. I found that part really interesting. I preferred Kid Cudi's verse, but the production is beautiful. It was genuinely beautiful and memorable. I still think of the poo and the dun 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 dun. It's so interesting. I just describe it as interesting. And yeah, the song's short. My time's not wasted. Unlike the next song I'm about to talk about. Now, honestly, it makes it on the playlist. I still listen to it a lot, and it's only gonna last about 3 months, which is good compared to NBA YoungBoy shit. That album has not grown on me. To be honest, I found the beat creative, and Kid Cudi's verse was really good, and Travis Scott's was pretty good. It was alright. I don't have a drink. I reached for a drink, but I don't have it. Sad hours.
Mike, shut the fuck up.
So, Sasuke was such a great song, and I thoroughly loved it.
Shut the fuck up.
Psych, that's the wrong number. This shit was garbage. Now look, I'm glad Uzi. I am glad. Uzi is releasing songs consistently. He wants to release songs, and I'm glad that he is. What is this beat? The flow is okay, but his baby voice, it's almost like Uzi's trying to sound like Playboy Cardi. They should get a room. Already stop with the fake beat. This song is very repetitive. At 4 minutes, it does not respect the runtime. It does not respect my time. It was overbeared with repetitiveness of it. Slappy dappy. I just want this shit so nasty. Shut the fuck up. I disagree. I disagree with the song. I mean, we get it. You like having your dick sucked, okay? You're not saying something that you haven't said before, and many other rappers have said before. The beat was pretty solid, but like your lyricism and delivery has to match the beat. Now, I remember in 2011, there was a lot of singles that were long and 4 minutes of no repeated hook and a huge array of statements like Stunt Hard, which was earlier than 2011. Does anybody remember that? The original Lil Wayne Ransom, before the shitty new Ransom by Lil Tecca came out. Lil Wayne is the only rapper that can get away with saying the entire alphabet on a song. He said all the letters and said X, Y, Z, Z, top. Yes, we rock. There's a madness to the method. Or the other way around. Method to the madness of having a long song. But with this, there is no justification of having a long song. If this was 1 minute and 30 seconds, I probably would have enjoyed it. But the fact it's 4 minutes of him being like, slappy tappy, she's so nasty. She's so Stop wasting my time, bro. Stop wasting my time. Sasuke, nah. Last 2 weeks on the playlist. Don't mess with it. But Eternal Take was work of art. I love that. So Drake released an album. I'm happy. My life is fulfilled. Another Drake album. I consider Drake to be one of the best artists of the century. Never before have I connected with a work of art as much as I have with Drake's music. I just can connect with his music on so many levels. Scorpion 2018 was a disappointment. There were some really good songs on there. Mob Ties, Can't Take a Joke, Sandra's Rose. But with this is high caliber Drake. He's everything is delivered. It's fine. It's beautiful on this album, and Dark Lane demo tapes. Chicago freestyle is amazing, and Giveon just is so beautiful. His voice, 2:30, baby, once you leave me by the bean. It's something you listen to a late night existential crisis, feeling in facts in the song, and he's like, I do know one thing though, women they come and go, Saturday through Sunday, Monday through Sunday, yo, like, and he mentions how he has sinned, and I want to ask Drake, are you an Illuminati propagandist who sacrifices children to make it in the music industry, and that's why you're so successful? Is that what you've been sitting on? Nah, I'm just messing with you. Yeah. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Deep Pockets is one of those songs that's so chill and relaxing, yet funny and charming, and the interesting, messy mix is so memorable with his low, voice distorted background, almost similar to the song We'll Be Fine on Take Care. This is thoroughly better than Scorpion, and I've relisted the album from the top of the album, like I re-listened to this album like 5 times since it came out last midnight, and my chair's all creaky. But yeah. Yeah, very memorable album, honestly, and I don't know what else to say. Stop. The song Pain, 1993 with Playboi Carti, I will listen to it enjoying Drake's fun, memorable flow, but then when I'll skip the song when the new baby voice of Playboi Carti, like he's trying to sound like Uzi on Sasuke, that track I previously discussed. Fuck out of here, Playboi Carti. I disagree with your, I disagree. I disagree, Gary. Deep Pockets is beautiful. Time Flies is brilliant and emotionally connecting to the listener, stating you can get caught in the moment too much instead of thinking what time it is and how time flies when you're having fun, which is an interesting song to think about. And it's just sappy, and sometimes like it's too like emotionally like, but the beat sounds like something of a video game. It has this weird, interesting bass, and it's like it's so like interesting. Time Flies, yeah, I fuck with that, and it's like it makes sense and I relate to it. It's actually a concept. And I was saying that this whole album just stands out in Drake's entire discography, over Views, over Scorpion, over Thank Me Later, yet this is not as good as Take Care, So Far Gone, and those are one of the best works of art in the past anything. It just won't have the same impact, but we all understand Drake as an artist now. He's able to mix his true and honest self with new and interesting concepts, beats, and interesting concepts are like Desires and Time Flies, because we got desires, like, yeah, facts, dog, we do got desires as people. We like, it's he's able to bring some new concepts to things, or highlight concepts that we know about. And he does have those tough songs where every lyric is a comedic Instagram caption, such as Landed, talking about his jet, and he's like, get on air, Drake, because he has like a fucking private jet. Yeah, cool. But when to say when is great, and I'll just say one lyric to describe my satisfaction of that song. Michael Jackson's shit, but this palace is not for kids. Yeah, I bet that line was not meant for Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Drake's a pedophile. I don't know. That's a theory. It's not a fact. Yeah, Landed is definitely a gym song. Hardcore. My chair creaks too much. Yeah. Now, this album made by year. Every song's fantastic. The only issue is Tootsie Slide. I'm not a fan of that song. The song is like not growing on me that much. I prefer like just those interesting original conceptual songs like, Landed, Time Flies, Deep Pockets in my phone. Like, damn, bro. And that's not every song of this gets added to the playlist. The last 6 months on the playlist. Another Drake classic, and damn. I'm satisfied. I'm fulfilled. And if you're just gonna say some Drake hate, Drake sucks,
I asked you, when the fuck did I ever ask you?
When did I ask you? Fuck you. Like, if you're not a Drake fan, I don't want to hear it. I really don't. He's just one of my favorite artists. I like to stress the word artist. Now, oh man, you've been waiting for this case. It's gonna be great. So I said earlier, this nostalgia case will be on a medieval film, and cause The Last Kingdom is medieval, so I thought we'd do a nostalgia case on a medieval film. So this film was released in the 90s, directed and starring shit. That was it. That was the last one. Shit, my bad. I don't have the DVD for this. Da 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 da. We got Braveheart. We got Braveheart. Yeah. We got Braveheart. This so beautiful movie. The battle scenes from this are just hilarious. Despite historical inaccuracies, Braveheart is beautiful. It's about the Scots were being abused by the England in the year 1300, and they're being abused by the British people, and the British people are abusing their power, and specifically the king, and this guy suffers various amounts of tragedies with his family related to the British people abusing their power. And he starts a revolution with the Scots. William Wallace, even though he is not the king of these Scots, he leads a revolution. And, man, does this revolution impact fellow Scottish people? Very patriotic, but the characters are lovable. You love them. They're funny. I love them. I fucks with them. And they all got the blue dye ready. And they're all fighting. Would have liked the training montage. That would have been fun. Nah, just fucking. I'm messing with you. But nah, I always like Robert the Bruce's character in this, and it's good to know that they kind of made a sequel to this with Captain Kirk's remake, Chris Pine. Oh my god, my voice is cracked. Yes, Mike, you were 16. And Outlaw King was kind of a sequel with a certain character dies at the end of Braveheart, and relating to the revolution, and it's about the Scottish king following in the footsteps of William Wallace and trying to retake England for instead of retake England, retake Scotland, because it's being controlled by England. And yeah, Mel Gibson knows what he's doing. He deserved the Oscar. Truly deserve the Oscar for this. This is one of those, it gets the Oscars. The Oscars have a history of picking historical movies that are not good, or movies that have a political point, or just BS, instead of picking the rightfully good movie. And with this, we get a good movie pick by the Oscars, Best Picture. Like, I prefer movies like genre movies that don't make it to the Oscars, that maybe win like small independent film awards, like, you know, last year's Uncut Gems and The Lighthouse, which won a lot of awards in the independent film festival circuit, as well as independent film festivals. Like, yeah, I'm not a big Oscar guy. I still watch them, though. Joaquin Phoenix did not deserve it. I'm going to make a whole video on why I don't like Joker. To me, Joker was kind of mindless garbage. When I first saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, it's a work of art. And then I saw other movies that came out this year, and then saw the movies that Joker was basically copying, like King of Comedy, You Were Never Really Here, and Taxi Driver, and also just rewatching The Dark Knight. I was like, Heath Ledger was just, it's one of the greatest performances ever. Everybody says that, but it's true. Yeah, I don't really watch The Dark Knight that much. I've seen it too much, but it's better than Joker. Joker's so boring, and people just give it it's about society. No, I don't care. I just want a movie to be fun and enjoyable, instead of watching. Like, tragedies can be pulled off in a fun and exciting way. Uncut Gems. But this wasn't fun and exciting. Joker was not fun and exciting as a tragedy. And I just got to make a whole video on why I do not really mess with Joker. I'm sorry if you all you Joker fans. It was too morbid. I truly... Yeah, I really want to make a structured video on why I don't fuck with Joker. Yeah. Now, Braveheart, it's one of those historical movies that has, like, a distinctive personality. Like, there's mooning of the soldiers across the battlefield. Like, who would not do that? If you're, like, say, like, China invaded us and we were fighting against them, and wouldn't you just moon them? And just be like, fuck you. Like, it's just, like, it's Braveheart. So much fun. And, of course, it's a rewatchable. Why else would I be talking about it? The love relationship was decent, but then when he sees her, like, yeah, I bet at first I was like, okay, it's a bit sudden, and then I loved it with the French queen, fucking them French ladies. Yeah, good for him, good for William, and Mel Gibson. I'm about to talk about his movie Dragged Across Concrete, dude. That was so good. Oh my god, I mess with that movie so much. You guys don't know how much I love Dragged Across Concrete, and you're probably like, what? Why am I... Dragged Across Concrete was like, I don't want to go into it. I'm gonna make a whole fucking video essay on it, but it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It's basically cops get fired, have to do illegal stuff for their families. Very empathetic movie. You care about a lot of people. Crazy, ripping off drug dealers, crazy, fun action, but it's also slow and has a lot of good character moments. Yes, I will talk about Dragged Across Concrete, and Mel Gibson is in that. Another Mel Gibson classic is Mad Max. If you're a fan of Fury Road, watch the old Mad Maxes. Not enough people do that. Then they should, because Mad Max is just fucking... It's so, like, beautiful. It's like post-apocalyptic Florida. I haven't seen Signs. I know a lot of people have seen Signs with Mel Gibson, another post-apocalyptic thing. What's up about Mel Gibson post-apocalyptic movies? And yeah, I gotta watch Signs. And also that's Shyamalan. I gotta watch that. All I know is it's post-apocalyptic. Oh yeah, the crop fields. Cause I remember I was looking at the list of movies. Fucking parodied on Scary Movie 3. Scary Movie 3 is one of the best. I love that movie so much. Oh my. Okay. I just had to turn the camera on. Alright, we're back. Yeah, I mess with post-apocalyptic movies, I gotta check out Signs, and also I love the scary movies. They parody like scary movies and thrillers, and I love parodies, especially Spaceballs. Oh my god, Spaceballs. Yeah, Braveheart, solid old flick, good medieval she, isn't it? And I think that's all we've covered on the HASSCAST, and I have the cover on the HASSCAST. I love to thank you for watching. It's been a great experience making all that HASSCASTs and build the Mike Media Incorporated empire. And I'll be casting out my thoughts to you on the next HASSCAST.